Hey everyone, I'm just quickly looking to touch base with all VCE students in particular, just because I know there's a lot of angst out there about exactly what is occurring with your VCE studies. So, first things first, at Luana College we're really happy with how things are going so far in Term 2. We know that this is a difficult situation. This is a complete change to what everyone has had before in your schooling. So we know that people are quite nervous, and being VCE students in some of the most important years of schooling you've had to date, there is just that extra level of nervousness out there. Alright, so in this session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a couple of the key things that are going and a few of the things that we have got in place, just so everyone is in the loop. Alright, first things first, yes, Luana College, we have got things in place. We are organised. People have been engaging with the lessons that have been occurring, which have been absolutely fantastic. Now, Term 1, we're in the classroom. People are asking for help. People are engaging in the work. Term 2, yep, it's different now. We're working from home. We're engaging online through WebEx and Compass. But the same key things are happening. The content is being covered, is being taught. Students have the opportunity to ask for help, and you've got the chance to be doing the work. So from that sort of things, yes, it's different, but there is a lot of positives to take from how things are going. And I'm sure and I'm confident that will continue to happen. As we all know, what's happening in the world at the moment is a developing situation. And as the government and the Department of Education, the VCA, make announcements, some of the information I am giving in this session might change. So just keep that one in mind, that we are on top of things right now. And if things do change, if requirements change on schooling, we'll adapt and we'll communicate through exactly what's happening as quickly as we can. In terms of classes, fantastic start, very few issues going on. The biggest issues that seem to be occurring are power outages, which are beyond anyone's control, but we know that as we go into next week and the week after, things will smooth out, and those issues that are occurring that we can control, we'll be able to get on top of more. So great work by everyone for engaging in those sessions, and keep up the good work in that. As we move along, assessments are going to come to the fore, whether in SACs or practical assessments. So I want to go through now exactly what that is going to look like or could look like. Right. Attached to this is a SAC timeline, which is an overview of roughly when SACs could be occurring this term. Now, this is what the original plan was. The key thing from this is to have a look at it, know what's coming up, and then communicate with your teachers. Right? This is a fluid document, a lot more fluid than it has been in the past due to everything going on. So it could be that things are shuffled back or shuffled to different formats from what you're expecting. Right? So the key thing is communicate with your teachers through those sessions that you are having, just so everyone's in the loop. All right? When SACs are occurring, just know that it's going to be clear. It won't be a shock. Your teacher will be communicating exactly what's going on and exactly what it will look like. So what it could look like, there's a couple different platforms that we're looking at and the way SACs could be run on. All right. First things first though, wherever possible, they will be done remotely, so from home, to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone involved. So it's not going to be the case that you're expected to come in here and sit in a classroom to do a SAC where we can watch. That just wouldn't be smart and safe for everyone involved. All right, so what it could look like, and depending on your teachers, we'll adjust it as required for what is required for your class. All right, but it could be the case that it is a task that is released to you at the beginning of a lesson. You work on it during that lesson with WebEx going so everyone can see what's happening to make sure everything's fair and consistent. And then at the end of a set time, you submit that test. All right. That's what it could look like. It could also look like a Google Forms type survey thing with SAC questions, or perhaps it could be an Enrollo test. All right. There's a number of different things it could look like, but the key thing is wherever possible, it'll be done from home. There are a very, very small number of cases where students might be required to come into school for practical SACs. So when I think about this, I'm thinking about your food technology, maybe design tech, okay, and subjects like that. If this is the case, it will be communicated clearly in advance from your teachers about how it's going to occur, and we will be working to make sure it's as safe for everyone as it humanly could be. So, other things that have come out just to clear up, the GAT, as you would know, or you might not if you're in Year 11, that is an assessment that occurs in mid-year, and it's a really, really important assessment for any student doing a Year 12 subject. All right. This has been moved back to October or November. We're not 100% on the date yet, but as soon as we know, you will know. It is a really, really important assessment. It's your fail-safe is how I normally look at it. You go in, you do the best you can, and if something goes wrong come exams times, the GAT can be used to help generate your pass and your score for the subject. The way things are looking, the GAT is going to become even more important this year. So we'll look closer to the occasion. We'll probably look at doing practice sessions for it that we haven't run in the past, just because it is going to become more important. End of year exams for Year 12 subjects have been moved back to December at the moment. So just a little bit more time to revise is how we're looking at it. So instead of having it early term 4, it's now being pushed back in term 4, and you're going to have a whole heap more time to revise and go over things. And that's the perfect chance to go over things from term 1 and this term, which, you know, there's a lot of stress. It might not be sinking in as much as you'd like. So we'll have more time, if possible, towards the end of the year just to go over everything so everyone is as prepared as you can possibly be. Now, I'm coming to the end of this presentation, this session. If you do have any more questions, my email is going to be in the description with this link to this video. Please shoot me an email. What we'll be doing in the senior school is taking any questions coming through and creating a common questions type worksheet task where I'll be then able to put this out to all staff or all students so everyone can be on the same page. Okay, that's it from me. Have a great weekend and keep up the good work.